Welcome to BW Business World. Today I have with me Mr. Anil Jain, CEO of National Internet Exchange of India, otherwise known as NIXI. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Jain. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And congratulations. Next year you will be celebrating almost 2 decades of NIXI being around. So, before we reach this, momentous 2-decade celebration, can you tell me about some of the highlights and milestones of NIXI?
See, we started on a very small note in 19th January 2003 when internet was introduced in the country, and the country was facing two problems. Number one, cost of the internet. The reason being that whenever we were searching at that particular time, say example Google or Microsoft or any other website, the call used to go to America where the server of Google and all those things used to be there, and call used to come. So, it consumed the international bandwidth which was passed on to the customers. So, initially think about a new opportunity has come to the people, but at the same time it is very costly. So, only people who has big deep pockets can afford it. The second problem was that when the search was going to US and coming back, so there is a delay. Sometime we used to laugh that you just click a search, have a cup of tea, and then you get the reply. So, these two problems Government of India thought of resolving by setting up internet exchange. So, that was the first time when we thought of setting up internet exchanges, and that is how the idea of NIXI has come. Now, it was a joint venture of Department of Telecom and MITI at that particular time. So, we have progressed a lot in the last 20 years in internet exchange, but during the journey in 2005 we got a approval from the government to also manage the CCTLD, this country code top level domain, which we normally known as .in or .bharat. So, we have progressed, and today I am very happy to inform you that this is the preferred domain in the country. The third thing which has entered as a milestone to us was in 2013 when international organization ICANN decided to delegate the management of internet protocol addresses to India. That is called National Internet Registry. We are very fortunate that we are part of the global identity, and I am very happy to inform the viewers through you, madam, is that India is number one in adoption of IPv6 today globally. 74% of the computing devices in India are already IPv6 enabled. So, these are the three businesses which we have entered, and we have traveled a lot, we have progressed a lot, and we call ourselves as the internet infrastructure provider to the country.
Absolutely. I mean, we have transformed so much over the last 2 decades. I remember when we had dial-up internet and you had to choose between either using the phone or using the internet. But India's digital economy has also kind of like went into this hyperspeed, especially the last 2 years. So, can you tell me about how NIXI's role has kind of evolved over this time?
As I told you that we call ourselves as the internet infrastructure provider to the country. It means that we are supporting the development of internet ecosystem in the country, and you must have seen that the digitization or digital transformation in the country has taken up a accelerated speed during the COVID. That is the positive side which we always look at the COVID. Yesterday when Prime Minister was speaking from the Red Fort, he has told, if you remember, let me recall, 40% of the digital payment of the globe are happening in India. That is the speed with which we have grown up. Now, if we are talking about digital infrastructure creation within the government, whether it is digital payment, whether it is digitization of the health, digitization of the new education policy, or agriculture or banking sector, which you have seen now, all the three businesses of NIXI help. We are directly connected with the broadband customers through internet exchanges. And now we are expanding ourselves from the metros to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So basically we are now helping country to build up a data superhighway. The objective of data superhighway is that a facility which is available to the young boys and girls in Delhi, Mumbai metros should also be available to the villagers who are today they are not able to get the benefit of that. Now as far as the .in or .bharat is concerned, let me inform you two things. Number one, .in is controlled within country, whereas other domains they have a server outside the country. Assuming a situation has come that there is a problem in their server or there is a problem in the relation between us and those countries, then definitely the services of those domains will get snapped immediately. Whereas .in is totally within country, it is highly secure, right? It is your own domain. So this is what we do. Today fortunately we have 3 million plus .in customer who are satisfied and who are always with us. And I want to inform you that .in is a preferred domain for all NRIs across the world. The third thing, as I said, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv6 we are the dominant player in the world. We are the fastest growing NIR in Asia Pacific region. Today we have already delegated more than 11 billion IPv6 through NIXI, and we have already delegated more than 12 billion IPv4, and we are growing. Now we are taking this message to each and every industry, each and every college, each and every startup, that own your own domain which is more secure, very comfortable, you get the great quality. NIXI is working to empower the netizens, and we are also looking at a situation when the end experience of the customer like you and other people should be excellent and should be world class.
That's great to hear, especially, on the 75th year anniversary of our independence. There is a, that empowerment that you speak of is so incredibly important for the country, for all of us. And, you have already mentioned, and no doubt there is a huge impact that NIXI is having on the country. But can you tell me in your own words, how is NIXI contributing to the Atmanirbhar Bharat movement?
I think this is a great call which Prime Minister has given to all of us. Atmanirbharta is what is required not only in manufacturing, not only in service sector, but infrastructure sector like us. Now as far as .in and .bharat is concerned, as I said that .in represent India, .in represent international, .in represent internet. So NIXI is helping country, that country itself is a power of internet in the world. Another thing which I want to inform you, that .bharat is a local language domain which is available. Very interesting to know that all 22 languages have .bharat available in India, whereas other countries they are not able to adopt .bharat or local language domain. The next one is China, which has domain in 2 languages only. So you can understand the difference between number 1 and number 2. So this year we have a special focus called multilingual internet. So I just want to inform you, 88% of we Indians, we do not understand English, we don't write English, we don't work in English. So what basically we are trying to do, those 88% people, what they do with 3G, 4G, they watch movie, they listen to the song, and they sometimes see YouTube. But the real treasure which is there inside internet, they are not able to use. So we are trying to provide a internet in their own language which can be accessed through them. It means that suppose somebody is writing say Anil .in or .bharat in Tamil, then they should be able to reach to my website. Then even if they want to communicate, they should write in email which is in Tamil, right? Write anil@anil.bharat that will be in Tamil. So, you can understand that you are accessing internet, you are getting the things, and once the ecosystem is ready, I personally feel that the contents in Indian languages will be so much generated, I think will be the superpower of content which is available. So, this is what we are doing for Atmanirbharta. Then again, as I said, that we are trying to ask more and more industry to adopt the latest IPv4 and IPv6, so that they start working, developing new apps which are country oriented, highly secure. You know, we also trying to build up a situation when they are trying to access internet or reaching out to a particular website, they should have a trust that my content will not be stolen. Somebody should not fraud with my things. So, these are the areas on which NIXI is working to ensure that the entire ecosystem of the internet is Atmanirbhar and it is Indian from core.
Absolutely, and language is at the center of all of this. Yes. And you know, you have already touched upon this, but other than languages, what other steps have you taken to kind of help bridge this digital divide, or you know, make sure that the gap isn't too far?
Interesting. That is what I said, that we are now taking internet exchanges to tier 2, tier 3 cities. And what is the meaning of this? Meaning is that today, suppose a person, for example, a village in Bihar, there is a internet service provider who want to provide services to their broadband customer. He or she has to connect their ISP directly up to Delhi or Mumbai. So, try to understand the kind of cost they are building up and the kind of infrastructure which they have to build up. Sometimes people do not work. So, the facility which are available in those tier 2, tier 3 cities or maybe to the rural exchanges are not at par with big metros like Delhi, Bombay, Chennai or Calcutta. So, we are now taking for first 18 years we build up 8 internet exchanges. In the last 2 years we have ramped up to 38. We are now going to make 75. As the 75 years of independence is there, we are all celebrating and we would like to expand it further. So, try to understand that the entire internet infrastructure is now moving from metros to the tier 2, tier 3 and from tier 2, tier 3 to the rural areas. So, whatever facilities are available there, the facility which is available at the metro will be same. So, what we are trying that the overall digital empowerment and growth of digital economy should be same, should be common from the rural, urban and from the metros and the cities also. So, this way we should be able to divide the bridge between rural and urban, and we hope that the facilities which are now enjoyed by all of us in Delhi, Bombay should be enjoyed equally by people who do not speak English. They are not able to get the facility of big metros, but they are the same citizen of this country, they should get the same facility.
And the same opportunities, because so many opportunities now available online.
Naturally, once we build up the ecosystem, we definitely the education, the health, because whatever is being taught at IIT Mumbai or IIT Delhi will also be available to a rural village in Begusarai or in a remote village of Assam or maybe in Manipur. Similarly, the health facility, that is what we are also building up. The facility of a big hospitals should be available to all the people, maybe through a teleconferences, and I think the country is now nearing to that particular level, so that people do not think of migrating from rural area to urban area because of lack of facilities, and that whatever the bit of NIXI is there, we will try to ensure that those facilities are made available.
And now, as you expand and sort of grow and also move into these tier cities, how is NIXI helping in lowering costs for internet service providers?
That is exactly what I am saying, is that today internet service provider has to access the services from big metros like Delhi, Mumbai or Chennai, and they have to actually incur cost in optical fiber, they have to incur cost in the facilities which they have to access at Delhi, Bombay, which are very, very costly. Now, if we are able to provide the facility at their doorstep, number two, what is required by a normal internet user is the content from Google, content from Facebook, content from Netflix. So, in addition to bringing the internet exchanges closer to them, we are also bringing contents also at their doorstep. It means Google is available at the village level, Netflix will be available at the village level, Facebook will be available at the village level. So, once these are available, there are two impact. Number one, the cost will reduce. Number two, the experience which people are getting today will be tremendous. And the third, the content, the plethora of the content which are available today here will be available to a villager also. Think about a situation when suppose I am at village and you are at a village, and if you are able to see the same experience at a lower cost, right. So, your mind will start working, and once your mind will work, I think the country will grow. And I personally feel the rate at which the country is growing, if we are able to succeed ourselves to take everything to the villages, the growth of the country will be tremendous. Nobody can stop us.
Absolutely, and there's so many positives of the internet. I would like to touch upon some of the maybe downsides of it. How are you ensuring like safety and security for all the people who are using?
I think it is very interesting. That is what I touched upon it, is that today because of certain areas like cyber attacks, or we sometimes called DNS abuse, they are called DNS abuse means that we are getting sometime calls from the people saying that, are you that person, you are related to that, I am stuck up here, please send me 20,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, something like that. No, you get a call that, okay, I am calling from a bank and your account is frozen, so we want your eKYC, please submit your eKYC, and your money is stolen. So, those kind of things are happening because of DNS abuse. So, that is what I am saying is that DNS is connected with the domain, that is .in and .bharat or .com or something like that. So, we started a new group called DNS abuse group, where we are analyzing the kind of attacks which are happening. We are, from the NIXI point of view, we are trying to build up the ecosystem in which we analyze those attacks, we try to minimize those attacks, right. So, whenever there is a possibility, we will try to block those things. So, .in is fortunately considered to be one of the most secure domain in the world today, but at the same time we are vigilant on this, and if we whether the attacks are happening from any corner of the world. Let me inform you that the people who are in fact attacking India are from the nearby countries only, maybe because of the political reason or because of anything. So, those things I think everybody is fully aware, Government of India is aware. We have several organizations, like we have a CERTIN in MIT. In Ministry of Home Affairs also there is a group who are working on looking at minimizing the cyber attacks and minimizing the DNS abuse. And that is the word I have used in between also, is the trust. We have to create a trust factor in the internet users. Internet users should feel, yes, I am using this particular website, if I am approaching to that particular website, I feel comfortable. You should have a peace inside you that you are reaching there, nobody can touch you, whatever information you have, nobody is going to steal it. So, this is the entire ecosystem is working in this direction, and we hope to ensure that the internet which you are using, which all my users are using or listeners are using, they should feel secure that you are in India and you are using a safe internet.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for answering that, because it's such an important question. Until we see some more stronger cyber laws in place, we all have to take care of our own security, and we are glad to have this internet service providers also take care of that. Now, I need to ask, NIXI has this trust without profit structure. Do you see that? How do you see this changing in the future?
So, basically, let us understand, when you are providing services to the nation, right? there should not be any motive behind those services. If you are talking about various organizations, they have motive that they have to earn profit, they have to get more and more customers, to just build up the value for their organization. Why trust? Because we don't work with the motive of profit. Whatever surplus, we call this additional money which we generate as surplus, we again put back in various projects of Government of India, and that is how we operate. And that the reason of this is that we work fearlessly, that we are not worried about competitor, we are not worried about anything. We have only one aim: serve the nation, serve the people of the country, and that is how we are working. And I am very happy to inform you that we are getting a huge support from everybody, including central government. Whenever we go for anything, they wholeheartedly support us till date, and that is how we are able to grow. What we were in 2003, 2004, we are almost 4 times or 5 times till now. So, we intend to grow and keep on serving every citizen of this country.
Thank you so much. I just have one more question for you, because we are more than halfway into 2022. Can you tell me, what are your plans for the rest of this year?
As I said that we would like to complete 75 internet exchanges, which will cover up the first phase of reaching to tier 2, tier 3 cities. We would like to cover as many internet service providers across the country, and we would like to cover even those areas which are not covered by any other internet exchanges, for example, northeast area, for example, rural areas in Bihar, in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh, those we are trying to cover up. So, this is the first priority which we have today, so that, as I said, that there should be a equal growth of internet, equal growth of digital economy in the country. The second, we have a target today that we would like to be in the top 10 CCTLD in the globally in the world. So, today we are at 19th position. From 19th position we would like to jump to 9th position. So, this is the second target which we have. The third which we have, as I said, that we would like to introduce and populate the multilingual internet in the country. It means that we would like to take the real benefit of internet to each and every citizen of this country, and that is only possible if they are able to type in their own language, they are able to see that things are happening in their own language, they are able to use email in their own language, and they should be able to enjoy the content in their own language. I will tell you on this point, I want to tell you that the culture between one generation to another generation is transmitted not by books, it is by stories, it is by the content which is delivered orally. And because we are not able to keep language intact, the research says we are losing one language every 15 days. So, that is what we have to protect. We have a great culture of this country, and if we are able to deliver internet in their own local language, I am very sure that there will be huge content which we can serve the whole world. The third thing, as I said, that we are number 1 in IPv6 adoption, and that is internet protocol addresses. We would like to maintain that lead, and we would like to show to the whole world the path on which country internet journey should go, and that is what we are looking, and we would like to build up a very strong internet by end of this year.
All right, thank you so much, and I have no doubt you will be achieving all of these goals very, very shortly, and congratulations on almost meeting your 2-decade mark.
Basically, what we are doing here at NIXI is with the support of each and every citizen of this country, and we would like to take cooperation from all of you, that you cooperate with the efforts of NIXI, efforts of this country, and build up a very safe and trusted internet for the citizen of this country.
Well said. Thank you, sir. It was very nice speaking to you today.